Hi there. My name is Gina. I actually wanted to welcome everybody. Thank you so much for being a part of this.
Welcome to the Arizona Out of the Darkness experience.
Welcome to the Arizona Out of the Darkness Walk experience.
Welcome to the Arizona Out of the Darkness experience.
Welcome to the Arizona Out of the Darkness experience.
I'm Bob Gebbia, CEO of the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention, and it's an honor for me to welcome you to the Out of the Darkness experience. A heartfelt thanks goes to all of you, our amazing friends and supporters, for participating in this event and for raising awareness and funds for suicide prevention. Now, clearly, much has changed since last year's Out of the Darkness Community Walk. It's a challenging time. And on behalf of all of us at AFSP, our thoughts are with you and your families during this pandemic. We hope you are staying safe and healthy. And I can assure you the pandemic has not deterred AFSP from its work. We've adapted our life-saving programs, delivering them virtually, wherever and whenever possible, including Talk Saves Lives, our most used public education program. From the start of the pandemic, AFSP has been a leading voice about caring for one's mental health, using traditional and social media to convey messages about self-care, that physical distancing doesn't mean social isolation, and about staying in treatment or seeking treatment through telemental health. Now, we continue to make progress across all areas of our work. Our investment in research has continued with 38 new studies funded since the start of the pandemic. We reached 1 million people during May Mental Health Month with our #RealConvo campaign. And in June, we launched new Seize the Awkward public service ads to empower teens and young adults to help a friend who is struggling. We held 38 state advocacy days since last fall, and the first ever virtual federal advocacy, where we had 1,400 participants from 50 states contact their members of Congress to support improved crisis services for people in emotional distress. And as an organization, we are speaking out about the inequities in access to mental health care, in particular for communities of color, and we continue to advocate for ending all health care disparities. Our interactive screening program continues to be used in schools and workplaces, giving people a safe and anonymous way to reach out for support. Since the start of the program, we've connected over 180,000 people to help they would not have otherwise sought. And when suicide does occur, AFSP is there to support the families and friends with programs and resources. This year alone, we will host more than 400 International Survivors of Suicide Loss Day events to offer comfort and support. None of this work would be possible without all of you and hundreds of thousands of others. We need you to be involved because our work is more critical than ever. Based on the latest CDC data, the suicide rate in the U.S. continues to trend up. And we are concerned that the isolation and grief and economic impact of the pandemic could contribute to further loss of life from suicide. But we believe an increase in suicide isn't inevitable. And with greater investment in mental health care and suicide prevention now, we can avert any increase and save many lives. Your participation in this event is lifting up those who struggle with thoughts of suicide, and you are remembering loved ones who we've lost, sons and daughters, siblings and parents, spouses, partners, and friends. The involvement of each of you is so critical to our mission of saving lives and bringing hope to those affected by suicide. Everything AFSP is doing is a direct result of your willingness to get involved. I hope you will stay involved. Because of you, we are able to fight for a day when no one will die by suicide. I look forward to seeing you all in person at an event sometime in the future. But until then, thank you and stay safe.
Thank you so much to our CEO, Bob Gebbia, for those words of encouragement. My name is Corey Frohlander, and I'm the Arizona Area Director for the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention, and I'm honored to welcome you all today to the 2020 Arizona Out of the Darkness experience, benefiting the Arizona chapter of the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention. Wherever you are, we're so glad you've decided to join us today, and first and foremost, I want to say to you that you are not alone. Although we can't be together in person this year, participants across our state are registered and are taking action today in support of suicide prevention all across Arizona.
Hello, my name is Natalia Chimbo Andrade, and I sit as the Board of Directors for Education and Outreach for the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention Arizona chapter. Although the coronavirus has brought about new challenges we never could have foreseen, we've been able to quickly adapt locally as well, and we continue to provide incredible services throughout our state of Arizona. This includes presenting Talk Saves Lives virtually, both for the general public and also companies and organizations. We've been able to reach over 300 people since April of last year. Since January, we are also very proud to say we've hosted 6 trainings to prepare individuals to present More Than Sad for teachers and school personnel in their communities. We now have over 100 presenters that are able to go and present this important curriculum to countless others in their school communities across the state of Arizona. This curriculum is just one of 8 options that were approved by the state to fulfill the Mitch Warnock Act. This act went into effect this year and requires all school personnel who interact with students grades 6 to 12 to have suicide prevention training at least once every 3 years. We are proud of the wonderful work that the chapter is doing and that's happening throughout our state of Arizona.
Throughout the pandemic, our Healing Conversations program has continued to take virtual visit requests from individuals who have experienced a suicide loss. My name is Gina Gillis, and in addition to serving on the Arizona Board of Directors, I'm also proud to volunteer with our Healing Conversations program. Our amazing Healing Conversations team responds to these requests with the highest level of respect and care to ensure that everyone has the resources they need to begin their healing journey. The group of dedicated volunteers I work with are so amazing that we were even recognized in January at AFSP's annual National Leadership Conference for our hard work in this area, led by board member Mary Bilodeau.
And back in February, we hosted our annual State Capitol Day and our very first Rally to Prevent Suicide in Arizona. A lot of you were there. We had more than 70 people at the rally, which was held on the lawn of the state capitol, and we heard from 9 speakers with really powerful messages about suicide prevention. And nearly half the advocates that day stayed to meet with legislators and tell them why they should support important legislation, including Senate Bill 1523 and House Bill 2764, also known as Jake's Law.
At the top of our list this year are 2 priorities that we recognize as serious public health issues, both nationally and in Arizona: mental health and the tragedy of suicide. In honor of everyone Arizona has lost to suicide, this bill is for you. SB 1523, Jake's Law, is the law of the land.
Jake's Law expanded youth access to behavioral health services in schools, established a suicide mortality review team, and ensured that insurance plans offered in Arizona now comply with the existing federal mental health parity laws, requiring them to conduct and file an analysis with the State Department of Insurance that demonstrates their compliance with these laws. And just 1 month later, on March 3rd, Jake's Law passed, and I was so honored to be there with so many advocates that worked tirelessly on this critical piece of legislation as Governor Ducey signed it into law. And thanks to so many of you, the bill passed unanimously with unprecedented bipartisan support and really put Arizona on the map as a leader in suicide prevention advocacy. These are just a few things we've been able to do this year, and it's all because of your support.
Hello, my name is Dave Cannon, and I'm the board president for the Arizona chapter of the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention. The first Out of the Darkness walks in Arizona took place in 2008 in both Tempe and Tucson. That year, we had almost 1,000 registered participants and raised over $60,000. It marked the beginning of a movement in Arizona. Since 2008, the Arizona chapter has hosted 45 events throughout the state. Combined, these events had nearly 35,000 registered participants and raised over $1.8 million. I attended my first walk in 2009, and I've seen firsthand the tremendous growth these events have experienced throughout the years. The Out of the Darkness walks in Arizona have helped us carry out the mission of the AFSP to save lives and bring hope to those affected by suicide here in Arizona. This includes funding programs like Talk Saves Lives and More Than Sad, like Natalia mentioned, but also supporting research that's helping us find new treatments, programs, and many of the best practices we use today. But the impact of the Out of the Darkness events cannot be defined strictly in just numbers. Over the years, the Out of the Darkness walks have represented so much to so many. From the lost survivor who felt understood for the first time in their grief journey, to the individual who was able to get connected to community resources that they never knew existed. These events have become an integral part of our community. For many, the Out of the Darkness events provide an opportunity to remember their lost one lost too soon. At this time, we'd like to honor their memory by releasing 24 white doves. These doves were released in honor of the Arizona experience at the Phoenix venue just a few weeks ago. Although the venue may have been empty, we are together today, virtually, watching them in spirit. The dove release has been a tradition over the years at the Phoenix Walk, and we hope that you'll join us in the moment of silence wherever you are throughout the state today.
Many of you are here today because of a loss. Some of you are here because of a personal struggle, and others may be here just simply to support someone in your life that has struggled in the past. But no matter what your journey and how you got here, I think we can all agree that suicide prevention is extremely important. Hi, my name is Erica McBeth, and I am the social media chair for AFSP's Arizona chapter. And you might notice that I'm wearing my honor beads today, just like many of you probably are, but it's not the beads that are important. What is really important is the colors that they represent. And I just want to encourage all of you to wear those particular colors today. Now, it doesn't have to be the honor beads. You know, maybe you have some from last year, or maybe it's a t-shirt, maybe it's a favorite hat or a bandana. It doesn't matter how you choose to use those colors, but it is important that you wear them, because wearing them represents a very unique connection that you have with others. And we want others to know that they are not alone. White represents the loss of a child. Red represents the loss of a spouse or a partner. Gold represents the loss of a parent. Orange represents the loss of a sibling. Purple represents the loss of a friend or a family member. Silver represents the loss of a member of the military or a first responder. Green represents a personal struggle or an attempt. Teal represents the support for someone in your life that has had a personal struggle or an attempt. And blue is actually just support for suicide prevention. And so wear those colors today. Wear the colors and also show them off, because we may be physically distanced from one another this year, but you are not alone in your journey. You are not alone in your struggles. And by posting these things to social media, you will find that there is a whole community out there that is there to support you, and that it helps you make you feel not so alone. And I am actually going to be in this room all day today, just looking at a computer screen and waiting to hear from you, because I want to hear, what are you doing today on your walk? Show me some pictures. What is your story? What brought you to suicide prevention to begin with? Tell me about the people that you are walking for, the ones that you have lost. We want to hear all of those things because we want no one to feel like they are alone in this journey, particularly this year when we have to be this socially distanced. And if you've never been on our social media pages before, then you can check us out on Facebook at American Foundation for Suicide Prevention Arizona. You can find us on Twitter at AFSP-Arizona. And you can find us on Instagram at AFSPAZ. And just so that I can make sure that I can follow you, please also use the hashtag OOTD Arizona Experience. Now let me break that down for you because it's a mouthful. OOTD stands for Out of the Darkness Arizona, spell it all the way out, Experience. Please use that hashtag so that I can find you, so that I can repost things. And if you just get really super confused, DM me on any one of those platforms and I will in real time answer you, because I want to make sure that there's no one out there that feels alone today.
Hi there. My name is Gina. I'm the walk chair for the Southern Arizona Out of the Darkness Walk, this year virtual experience. And I wanted to talk a little bit about why I'm wearing the honor bead color white. In 2015, I lost my oldest son, Zachary, to suicide. He was 26 years old. And one of the wonderful things about the honor beads is that at the actual event, you are able to instantly bond and make a connection with somebody else just based upon what you're wearing. Just this one color. Instantly, I see somebody else across the field and they're also wearing the color white. And I know that that person shares that experience with me and knows the kind of pain that I've gone through and the struggle that it is to stay hopeful and stay supported. And it's a beautiful thing. And I know it's incredibly difficult to do it all virtually, but it means a lot, just wearing the color white.
Hi, my name is Amber Hofert and I am the Phoenix Walk Chair. My colors are orange, green, purple, blue, and teal.
Hi, my name is Ashley Harper and I am the Sierra Vista Walk Chair. This is our first walk here held in Sierra Vista. I lost my brother to suicide over 4 years ago, so that's why I wear orange. Orange represents the loss of a sibling. My brother was also active duty in the Navy, which is why I wear silver.
Hi friends, my name is Anne Marie Booten and I am the walk chair for the Prescott, Arizona Walk Experience. And I am wearing 4 different colors that I represent. I wear purple because I have lost 5 loved ones to suicide. I wear green because I am an attempt survivor. I wear teal because I support those who are struggling or who have struggled with suicide, and also folks that have attempted. And then I wear blue to represent suicide prevention and awareness, and I'm just grateful to be a part of this experience this year. So thank you for letting me share.
My name is Priscilla Brown. I am the Flagstaff Walk Chair, as well as a board member for the ASFP here in Arizona. and I serve as the advocacy chair. The colors that I wear for my beads are purple, which represent the loss of a friend, which is what started my passion for this cause and for suicide prevention approximately 6 years ago when I lost a friend, and for all of the friends I've lost since. I also wear blue, which is in support of suicide prevention and anybody who has struggled or lost somebody as a crisis counselor at our local hospital.
Those were the 5 amazing walk chairs for this year's original Out of the Darkness walks. This year's been unlike any other, and the Arizona experience has been a truly statewide effort spearheaded by these dedicated volunteers. I am so grateful for all of you. Thank you so much for your support and everything you do. This year would have also not been possible without the support of our sponsors. We've all faced a huge amount of uncertainty, but we know suicide prevention and the work we do is more important now than ever, and we want to thank the following sponsors of this year's Out of the Darkness experience. Our national sponsor, Allergan, our platinum sponsor, Twins & Company, our gold sponsors, CVS Health, Quail Run Behavioral Health, United Healthcare Optum, and Vincent Benjamin, our silver sponsors, Palo Verde Behavioral Health, Progressive Leasing, Sequoia, The Predictive Group, and TMC Healthcare, our bronze sponsor, Cope Community Services, Inc., and our copper sponsor, Sulphur Springs Valley Electric Cooperative, Inc. We also want to give a very special thanks to our Valley Walmart stores. Thank you all so much again. I also want to do a shout out to our top 5 teams for each walk region. So this was as of midnight on October 31st, so things might have changed a bit, but we're so incredibly grateful for each and every one of our teams, and we can't thank you enough for all you do. Your passion, your energy, your heart really inspires me every day. And now, I've already heard from a lot of you about the really creative things you're doing today to take action in honor of your loved ones. But a few of you have already taken action, and now we want to share the story of Team Forever Daniel 2020, who walked back in October down in Tucson.
I'm Cheryl Pauley.
I'm Harry Pauley, and our team is Team Forever Daniel.
So Team Forever Daniel started with the heartbreaking loss of our son Daniel Pauley 5 years ago. So the first team event we had was actually we gathered in 2015 for the September, I believe it was September walk, and then we developed a team for the next year. And so it's been formally organized since 2016, and we've wanted to be able to stop, the stigma and be able to help parents and family members and aunts and uncles and grandparents from feeling the devastation that we felt when our son passed. Daniel was our youngest son. He passed when he was 24. He was diagnosed in college with bipolar 2 with depression. His mental illness did not define him because he was extremely intelligent, very, very loving, caring person. So today, we felt it important that we kept the momentum going for our team. People are being kept inside due to health and safety reasons, but they're still struggling. And we wanted to make sure that they knew, our friends and families and the people that we touched, they know that the voice doesn't stop because of a pandemic. It needs to be louder and stronger for mental health awareness and suicide prevention. When we first came to the event in 2015, it was so powerful what AFSP did for people, not only survivors, but the research and education that they did for everyone across the country. We felt that this particular organization was something that we would be passionate about because our son Daniel was very into education. He loved life. We really are grateful for our team members. So we actually have a group of team members not only coming from an hour away from Tucson in the state of Arizona, but we also have people coming from South Dakota. We came from South Dakota to be with us, down by, and then we came from Alaska to be here today. So we have, and our virtual walkers are anywhere from, we have virtual walkers in places like Los Angeles. Our oldest son couldn't be here, and he's walking from Los Angeles. We have people walking in Wyoming. We have people walking in all, many, many states that couldn't be here today.
It's quite amazing. When you're not just down the street, you truly have to believe in the cause to take your time out to come this far and support us.
Thank you, Cheryl and Perry Polly and Team Daniel, for sharing your story with us today. And I just know that there are so many other stories that are out there just waiting to be shared. So please let us know what you're doing today, whether you're walking by yourself or if you've gathered a small team for an activity. We want to hear from you. We want to know how you and your loved ones are going to hashtag keep going. Please share your stories with us on social media. Use the hashtag OOTD Arizona Experience and hashtag keep going and keep in touch. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram and sign up for emails on our website at www.afsp.org/Arizona. There you can see all the latest events and ways you can become involved. The next opportunity you have is International Survivors of Suicide Loss Day next Saturday, and we hope you will all mark your calendars for State Capitol Day 2020 on February 1st.
The AFSP is doing amazing things here in Arizona to stop suicide, but we couldn't do it without you. Today, hundreds, if not thousands of individuals just like you are beginning to walk in solidarity throughout the state, moving with the same momentum towards a common goal, the goal to end suicide in Arizona. Together, we can and we will keep going. Thank you again to everyone who's worked so hard to make this year possible. As we've said many times, we could not do what we do without your support. We know this year has been very difficult, but in spite of this, Arizona has overcome and come through in flying colors as usual. Thank you and have a wonderful day.
You may not be able to physically see the force the organization carries this year, obviously because we're socially distanced. But please know in your heart that it's there. You're not alone in your struggle, and you're not alone in your journey. We're with you. You're not alone. We're with you together today and every day to fight suicide in Arizona, and together we will keep going. And Arizona, we can't wait to see you all again soon.